Hello and welcome to the beautiful Puerto Escondido. I'm walking down the middle of the street in an area called Los Tamarindos. And I can tell you I like this neighborhood for a couple of reasons. I like it because there's cute dogs, like the dog I just saw coming up to me as I was filming the intro to this video. Hey doggy. Yeah, you are a Puerto Escondido doggy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's okay, buddy. Don't let that scary doggy scare you, okay? He's very loud, but you are very cute. And being cute is good too, okay? Yes. There's also noisy dogs, but noisy dogs are never too far away in Mexico. There's also my Airbnb, the place I'm staying, which is why I'm walking down the street. There's also, just a couple blocks up from here, an incredible breakfast spot where for 40 pesos, I had one of the best value breakfasts I've had in all my travels through Mexico. Now there are more tourist focused places where you'll spend a lot more than 40 pesos for breakfast. That is not average for Puerto Escondido. But my Airbnb host, a woman named Hannah, told me that that family just opened up the street. Maybe they haven't figured out yet that they're the best deal in town. Maybe they'll learn, and by the time you visit, it'll cost 80 pesos or something like that. But all I know is it was a good way to start the day. And the other reason I like this neighborhood is that just a couple blocks in the other direction is the main attraction. The reason most of us end up in places like Puerto Escondido. The beach. And if you're wondering why the streets are so strangely quiet, it's because this is almost 2 p.m., which is about the hottest time to be walking around Puerto Escondido. And I think most people are either chilling at the beach or having some lunch or maybe taking a siesta, which is also nice in a sleepy town like this. Though maybe I shouldn't call it a sleepy town because Puerto Escondido also has some very happening areas, which I hope to show you a bit later today. After sunset, I'll take you over to, what's the area called? Las Puntos, I think it's called. I should double check that and make sure my facts are right. No, it's La Punta, La Punta. Okay, I just arrived. I don't have all my facts straight yet, but I know that it's a pretty happening part of the city that we're gonna check out a little bit later today. The beach is calling, but lunch is also calling. I'm going to find a place I was recommended called Kelly's Cafe. The motorbike is the primary mode of transportation down here. Here it is, Kelly Cafe. Open every day, 8 till 5. And at 5, maybe Kelly goes to the beach like everyone else. Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes. It's interesting, you know, I've been reading this book called The Geography of Bliss, and it's a funny idea. It's this guy, he travels to all these countries that are said to be some of the happiest places on earth, and he tries to discover what makes them happy. Like he goes to Thailand and he says people in Thailand are happy because they never worry too much, they never think too much. They don't get upset about problems in Thailand. He goes to the Netherlands and he says, well, they're happy because they allow everything, you know, sex, drugs, anything. They're a very permissive culture, you know. And it's interesting to think about what makes places happy. In my outsider perspective, I would think of Mexico as a very happy place. But I don't know, like Mexicans watching, do you think your country is happy? Do you think it could be happier? I guess everywhere could be happier, right? Catch of the day, here we go. You ready for this? Well, it definitely has some kick to that green sauce. Pleasantly spicy. A bit of a pepper taste. But it's that fresh, light taste of the fish that really carries the bite. That's about all I can say. I'm not Anthony Bourdain. I don't know much about food. But it's a good bite. Should I go for a swim? I kind of want to jump in. I kind of want to swim, but it's hard right after a meal. Isn't that what they say? Don't swim after you eat, or the sharks will get you? Is that a myth, or is that true? I don't know. I grew up in the middle of Canada. I don't know anything about oceans. But I do know that the Pacific is looking nice today. I'm not swimming with my camera. I'll take a dip a bit later. But it is nice to just stare out of the ocean sometimes, isn't it? Hey, look at that. Skydivers. Wow, that's cool. Look at them land. Right on the beach. You won't catch me doing that anytime soon. I'll take you back to the beach a bit later. I've had one sunset so far. I had the sunset last night and it was just incredible. La Punta, the area I was talking about earlier. That's the sunset spot. Yeah, we got a couple hours till then. But first, I'm actually gonna take you to, you know, if you look closely, I think you can see it. See that dome looking building in the back? Almost looks like a football stadium or something. That is the local market. It's a good thing I see it because I was actually just about to check Google Maps and see how far away it is. Well, over here in Los Tamarindos, nothing is too big, so it's easy to see the market. Man, I went from sleeping under 3 blankets in Mexico City, where it was getting really cold at night, to worrying about a sunburn here in the beach in Oaxaca. Oh yeah, did I mention we're in Oaxaca? For anyone who isn't too geographically inclined, Puerto Escondido literally translates as hidden port. I mean, it was once a quite sleepy little town off the coast of Oaxaca. It's still pretty sleepy. The airport is small. People are chilled out. You got witches surfing on surfboards. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, as some of you might know, I've been to Oaxaca before. I've been to Oaxaca City, which is a beautiful spot as well if you're into old architecture and good food. And you would think, because it's in the same state as Puerto Escondido, it's not that far away. But actually, I've heard it's like at least an 8-hour bus ride because so much of Oaxaca is hills and you gotta be in these little buses that go back and forth up the hills. And you can get here on bus, but the easy option, which I took, is definitely to fly. Okay, now there's the market. The only thing between me and the market is this dirt path and that hill. I can't really tell how steep the hill is from here, but we'll find out. I immediately regret this decision. No, actually it's not that bad. It's just hot. My Canadian skin is melting. The sun hits different in Mexico on the beach. Here's the market. Mercado. Zicatela. Okay, so what do we got here? I am on a hunt for maybe some ice cream? Maybe a coconut? I don't know, something cold and delicious. Let's see what we can find. Oh my god, I can't believe I walked around this whole market. There's no ice cream shops. People of Puerto Escondido, if you need a business opportunity, please bring ice cream to this market. There's got to be 1,000 tourists just like me who are dying for something frozen on a hot day like this. Let me just check our friends at Google just to be sure. Iceland, no ice cream. Ice cream. Oh, 60 yards away. Look at this, 70 yards away. Amo gelato. I don't know how I missed it.
El de la punta, ¿qué sería? ¿Es el mismo chocolate?
Qué rico, gracias. Buen día. Oh. You know, I don't know what happens quicker, a Canadian getting a sunburn or chocolate ice cream melting on a hot day. That thing melted all over my hands like so quickly I had to buy a bottle of water just to clean my hands here. And now everything is perfect. I had my ice cream, a few clouds coming in to give us some relief from the sun. I think I'll find somewhere to sit and chill out for a bit, and then I will turn my camera back on around sunset. See you then. Test 1, 2. Okay, I'm back at my Airbnb. I didn't film the walk home because I was hot and tired, and I can't film every moment of my life. But yeah, what do you think of my place? It's got like a hangout zone, came with a bicycle, there's a shower and bathroom, bedroom area, kitchen area. There's obviously no AC, so it gets pretty hot around midday, but other than that, I mean, it's a pretty comfy place. I like it here. Airbnbs can be kind of hit or miss. To be honest, I had one in Mexico City recently that wasn't that good. But when you have a nice one and you have a nice local neighborhood around you, it just makes life good. Welcome to La Punta. Man, this is wild. Going from Los Tamarindos to here. Both great neighborhoods for very different reasons. You can tell that this... ¿Qué pasó, güey?
Yeah, doggy, ¿qué pedo?
What's up, bro?
Not much.
Where are you from? Mexico?
Yeah, La Punta.
La Punta?
Yeah, nativos.
My first time here, man.
Perdón, what's your name?
Dan. Daniel.
Another channel or something?
Yeah, you too.
That's cool.
Are you a surf shop? This is you?
No, they're my friend, but...
Where's the best place to watch the sunset?
La Punta.
La Punta is this way.
Or
La
you can
Punta is
walk
solo.
you should climb, you know, on the rocks,
Yeah.
and then it's fine, amazing.
Like just keep going and then
Yeah,
climb.
you will see the beach, and then there is like, before I ride to the light
Yeah.
up, pong. Okay?
Nice to meet you, bro.
Have a good one, my friend.
See you. It's never hard to find friends in a place like this. Especially when you're holding a giant camera, people just ask what you're up to. Like those two guys outside the surf shop just told me the best place for the sunset. If I keep walking up, they said there's some rocks to climb. I don't know where they are, I don't know how far it is, but I'm sure I'll find something. This is cool. There's just a little trail through the cactus. No, not today. Oh, I see a sign saying Punta Zicatela. Maybe that's like the official name of La Punta. And I think Zicatela was the name of the market we went to today too. So I guess whenever you see Zicatela, you are in a good spot. Beware about the currents. Yeah, that's actually good advice. If you are swimming out here, be careful because the waves can be pretty intense. Only swim around other people if you don't know this area. You gotta be careful. This is it, my friends. What a sight. Yesterday I took in the sunset way over there. That's the quieter end of the beach. Once you get to La Punta, there's definitely a lot more people. And look at these waves. Well, it seems like the surfers and the birds have one thing in common, and that's they both picked this spot over here, right at the end. A few fishermen down here. Ah, there's people up top. I guess this is what he meant when he said the best spot is up the rocks. It's probably this hike over here. Oh man, it's like the climb to the market all over again. Okay, Dan, one more climb. You can do it. Do it for YouTube. Do it for YouTube. This is it, my friends. Was it worth the wait? You tell me. The end of La Punta. And I believe it's the end of this video as well. As much as I enjoy filming stuff, I always try to remind myself to take a moment away from the camera just to allow beautiful sights like this to imprint into my mind and not just to be for the YouTube. So now I'm gonna have a moment to myself, enjoy the rest of this epic sunset here in Puerto Escondido. And I hope you have a chance to visit here too. There's something about this place. As always, I'm Dan from The New Travel. I'll see you next time.